I thought my affair was just a harmless escape. But when my husband found out, my world started unraveling. Now, everything I tried to keep hidden is out in the open. John is my only true love. I never meant to hurt him. We've been together for 8 years, and I swear I love him. But over time, things went stale. John barely looked at me when I walked in the door. He was always glued to his phone or the TV. It felt like I didn't even exist anymore. Then there was my coworker, Eric. Confident, charming, and attentive, he made me feel alive. The texts started off innocent, just harmless conversation, but it escalated. After a work function, we stayed out late, and he kissed me. I didn't stop it. I kissed him back. That led to his apartment, and things went way further than I ever intended. I felt guilty, but at the same time, Eric gave me what John didn't: attention, excitement. I convinced myself it was John's fault. If he hadn't let things fizzle, I wouldn't have needed this. So I kept seeing Eric. The lies piled up. But I got good at hiding things, deleting messages, making up stories. John didn't suspect a thing, until he did. He found my messages while I was in the shower. When I came out, he was sitting on the bed, holding my phone. He didn't yell, just asked, "Why?" I didn't have a good answer. He just got up and started packing. I tried to stop him. I told him that this thing with Eric wasn't worth throwing our relationship away, that he was the only person I loved, that we could get through this. He just kept packing. He never said a word. But then things took an unexpected turn. The night after John left, I received a threatening text from an unknown number. "I know what you did. Everyone will." My heart raced as I realized someone else knew about my affair. But who? Was it someone at work? A friend who had seen something they shouldn't have? The next day, I noticed strange cars parked near the house, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. 2 weeks passed, and the tension was unbearable. I tried to contact John, but his replies were cold and brief, like he had already moved on. I feared he was the one behind the threatening messages, but when I confronted him, he denied knowing anything about it, said I was just being paranoid. Then came the final blow. Eric's wife, who I didn't even know existed, showed up at my doorstep, holding a vanilla envelope. She didn't say much, just handed me the envelope and walked away. Inside were photos, pictures of Eric and me together, intimate moments that made my stomach turn. Someone had been following us for a while. I knew it was only a matter of time before John got these photos too. I rushed to find him, hoping to explain before he saw them. But when I arrived at his brother's place, I saw him through the window, laughing, with a woman I didn't recognize. My heart sank. His brother let it slip. John had been seeing someone new, someone who made him happy in ways I never did. Now, it's been 2 months since John walked out, and everything has fallen apart. I thought he just needed time to cool off, but he's not coming back. His texts are forwarded straight from his lawyer. He's moving on, that much is clear. As if things couldn't get worse, Eric and I both lost our jobs. Someone, probably John, sent an anonymous tip to HR about our affair. We were called in separately, but it didn't take long for them to piece it together. My boss didn't even give me a chance to explain, just said I violated company policy, said my personal choices were bad for business. Eric got the same treatment. We were both fired on the spot, like we didn't matter at all. Now I'm jobless, husbandless, stuck in an empty house that's too quiet. And Eric? He bailed the moment we got caught. No calls, no texts, nothing. I thought maybe he'd at least care about me after everything. But I was just another fling to him. Now, I'm the one left with nothing. No career, no husband, no Eric. Everything I thought I was controlling has slipped right through my fingers. But the worst part? The photos were leaked online yesterday. Now everyone knows. My friends, my family, they all saw. I'm the topic of gossip in every circle I was once a part of. My phone won't stop buzzing with messages from people asking, "How could you?" I've never felt so alone, so utterly destroyed by the mess I made. I thought I was just chasing a little excitement, but now I'm left in the ruins of a life I took for granted. But you know what? Maybe John wasn't as innocent as he seemed. Maybe he was already talking to that woman before he found out about me and Eric. Maybe he was just looking for an excuse to leave. And maybe, just maybe, I wasn't the only one who ruined this marriage. Everyone's so quick to judge me, but tell me, if your partner ignored you for years, made you feel invisible, like you didn't matter, what would you really have done?